Before the world watched her unravel, Britney Spears stood as the sparkling embodiment of American pop culture. She wasn't just a performer, she was a phenomenon, unstoppable, radiant, and idolized across the globe. But while millions adored her, few noticed the cold machinery grinding behind the curtain. A system that prizes innocence only to devour it. Beneath the sequins and flashing cameras, Britney was becoming something else. A symbol of what fame does when it isn't love, it's control. This is not just the story of a pop princess. This is the anatomy of a slow-motion tragedy. One forged in ambition, twisted by media frenzy, and sealed by a system that profits off pain. Born in the small town of Kentwood, Louisiana, Britney Jean Spears was raised with modest dreams. But her voice, powerful, emotional, far beyond her years, spoke of something bigger. By the age of 8, she was already aiming for the national stage. Her first audition for the Mickey Mouse Club didn't land. Too young, they said, but she came back older, sharper, and determined. She joined the cast alongside future titans of pop. It looked like a dream. In truth, it was boot camp. Children turned into products, taught to dance, sing, smile on cue. Fame wasn't offered, it was demanded. Britney's childhood became rehearsal. Her identity became performance. 1998. A teenage girl in pigtails and a school uniform storms the charts. Baby One More Time becomes a cultural explosion. But this wasn't Britney's vision. The song, the image, the marketing, all meticulously engineered. A weaponized blend of innocence and allure. Sex appeal with a childlike veneer. And the world was obsessed. Journalists asked about her body. Interviewers obsessed over her virginity. Every smile became a performance. Every step followed by cameras. She became America's sweetheart, and its obsession. The higher she rose, the less control she had. A puppet of PR teams and record executives, wrapped in gloss, but slowly unraveling. As the 2000s took hold, Britney didn't slow down. She couldn't. Commercials, global tours, award shows. But while the world consumed the fantasy, Britney was falling apart. She got married, then divorced, became a mother, but couldn't escape. The cameras, paparazzi, didn't just follow her, they hunted her. Every misstep, every tear, every late night captured and sold. Then, one night in 2007, she walked into a salon and shaved her head. The media exploded. But what looked like madness was something more human. It wasn't a breakdown. It was the last thing she could control. 2008. Britney is declared legally unfit to manage her own life. A conservatorship is enacted. Her father, Jamie Spears, is put in control of her health, career, and fortune. The same woman who filled stadiums and released chart-topping albums now needed permission to leave her house. She performed to sold-out crowds, then went home to a life she didn't own. For 13 years, this arrangement remained. The public moved on, but online, a movement was growing. Fans saw the clues. Instagram posts, strange statements. Then came the #FreeBritney. What began as internet whispers became a global rallying cry. In 2021, Britney finally spoke. In court, on record. Her words were raw, painful, and damning. She wasn't just trapped, she was abused. Denied basic freedoms. Drugged, watched, controlled. The court dissolved the conservatorship. Fans cheered. The world listened. But freedom is not healing. The scars linger. The trauma echoes. Britney's story is not just her own. It's a blueprint of celebrity exploitation, of how easily the system turns a human into a product. Her fall is a mirror, held up to a culture that treats women as consumables. Britney Spears was never weak. She was never unstable. She was placed in an impossible cage and told to dance. Her collapse was not accidental, it was systemic, enabled by executives, media empires, and a public hungry for scandal. Her pain was monetized, her voice silenced. Until she took it back today, she stands freer than she's been in decades. But we must ask ourselves, what does it say about us that we watched it happen? This isn't just her story. It's ours. And it's not over